If you're asking someone to take the time to talk to you, you have to compensate them for that time. All market research should be compensated in some way. It's not fair otherwise. Compensation is often an afterthought. Researchers don't often think about how the amount and how the way that people are compensated is going to affect the way that they give honest responses. If you make a post promising people a certain amount of cash for any response, you're probably going to get the kind of responses that you'd expect. People who show up just to take the bait, just to accept money and say what they say. But if you give people an offer that's commensurate with the amount of effort that's involved in a project, they're more inclined to take the time to give you an honest, well thought out, authentic response. All compensation should be smart, fair, and fun. What do I mean? Smart. Compensation doesn't only have to be cash. For certain projects where we work with certain individuals, often a charitable donation can be just as effective as cash, if not more so. Often products are worth more than the equivalent amount in cash. For whatever reason, $5 gift cards to a local coffee shop work better than $5 bills. It depends on where you're recruiting people, what kind of research you're doing. For man on the street type research, it's a very different kind of animal than for online studies or for long focus groups or interviews. But think out about what you're trying to do and where you're trying to do it, and provide an offer that's equivalent and rewarding given that situation. All incentivization should be fair. You're asking people to take the time out of their life to come talk to you. And if people don't feel that they're being reimbursed to an amount that is acceptable, if not generous, given their output, A, it's bad karma, and B, it's not the kind of relationship that works in your favor. You don't want people talking about how they feel swindled or feel unfairly treated. So be fair in your compensation. If you're asking for a certain amount of time for an interview project, compensate that person fairly. Compensation can also be fun. You can build in contests into your compensation, or mini lotteries, or games of chance that are intended to increase responses, kind of like a hamster pushing that lever for more water. But you don't want to make it so that the incentive itself is the reason why someone's participating. It's not just that you're offering someone some incentive, it's about how you communicate that. If you put a post out offering a cash amount in big letters as the first word you say in any kind of posting, you're going to get the kind of people who are responding to the money and who are responding to the chance to get something for essentially nothing. Think long and hard about how you phrase what your offer is. There are groups all over the internet that post certain amounts, dollar amounts, for participation for groups or for research or for ethnographies. And the people that respond to those often are those who are not as genuine as you want people to be. Always try your best to pay people as fast as possible. No one wants to wait to get their check in the mail. No one wants to take part in a research project and wait 2 weeks for that incentive to come to them. What we try to do is to pay people essentially immediately. Electronic money transfer has been great for that. It allows you to track things along the way. But you want to make sure that your respondents feel valued. And so we try our very best to pay people as fast as possible. The way that you pay someone can also have an impact. Gift cards can be appropriate, but you don't want to force people down a certain road of what they can buy with their money. If you're going to pay people in cash, think about the denominations. A $100 bill is not as effective as 5 $20 bills, because 5 $20 bills make someone feel that they're getting more for that amount of money. When you present incentives, don't put the money on the table like it's a cheap motel. Package it well. Think about how you are presenting your reward to your participants. You want them to feel valued because A, it's good karma, B, it's good practice. It's fair. I always like to say that you design research in a way that makes people feel that if they did it for free, it would be totally cool and totally fun and totally fair. And then when they get an incentive at the end, they feel honored and respected. This business is all about people. And we have to respect the people that give us information just the same way that our clients respect us. I'm really interested to hear what kind of incentives you've used in your projects. And I'm really interested to hear what are some of the best practices you've seen along the way.